Well, hello, this is Rosa Arts Creations. How are you doing? We're making sweets. We're going to use the bread machine. One of them is going to be banana bread. The other one's going to be Cinnamon-Raisin bread. So I get one, hubby gets one. And we'll hopefully get to use it for the whole week. Pop it once, I'm going to slice, once it's all done and cooled off, I'm going to slice it. Then we'll be able to put it in our toaster. And then we can have that as a snack. Or you can don't have to toast it if you want to. It's totally up to you. But I do plan on slicing it once it's all cooled off. So let's get started. Let's go with first with this one is the, and I am using my bread machine recipes. This is my Oster Bread Machine. So we're going to do this one first. And this asks for a 2/3 cup of water. And you got to put it in the sequence of the recipe. Okay, next comes the 3/4 cup of mashed bananas. Let me move this over here because I didn't pre-measure this because I'm using these bananas for, I'm going to be making next in a separate video a surprise, so you'll have to wait and watch it. Okay, so that's a 3/4 cup. Next comes the butter and then the egg. The softened butter. Oh, it got a little soft. I kind of figured it was because I was pre-measuring everything. I just got to mix it up. That's the butter for that one. Then, oh, the egg. And I used my egg at room temperature. I left it out. It's one of the first things that I took out. You wipe my hands with a yucky towel, because that is yolk egg. You gotta be careful with salmonella. Okay, after the egg is 3/4 cup of flour. I've already pre-measured this. Let me move this back so you can see. I'm being careful because I don't want to spill outside of the basket. Okay. After the flour comes the sugar and then the salt. So I am using homemade, oops, I just spilled homemade vanilla sugar that I canned. Actually, I didn't can it, I just put it in a jar. May 2015. And all you do is put sugar in it with some vanilla bean. I slice my vanilla bean and then you leave it there and it just simmers. Okay, so mixes my sugar. Okay, and then after my sugar, my salt. I think this one's salt. Yep, that one's salt. After salt comes the yeast, which this one is the yeast. Oh, this one's the yeast for the other one. Oh no, that's my cinnamon. Cinnamon goes with this one. That's my yeast. I'm going to dig myself a little hole. I just like to do that. I don't know if it says to do it or not. It actually doesn't say. But I'm digging a little tunnel in the flour. And I'm going to pour the yeast inside that. Okay. So now that one's all done. Now we're going to go see. There's the recipe. Okay, so if you want to see that. But of course, like usual, I'll have a pop-up box with ingredients. The description will have the entire recipe. Next for the cinnamon one, close this one up. Oh, okay. Oh, I want to make sure it's not on my cord. Okay, so that. Oh, yes it is. I knew it was off because it was kind of tilted a little bit. Make sure your machine is not sitting on your cord. Okay, now it's level. Alrighty, so now we're going to be making 1 1/4 cup water. So this is the cinnamon raisin. 2 tablespoons of butter. And yeah, I got hard. Let me move this out of the way. Let me get my knife. The butter is still soft, it's just got a little hard, it's not liquidy. Because you want soft butter. Oh, excuse me, sorry about that. Okay, so after my butter, I put in the flour, which is 3 1/4 cup. And you know what I'm going to use is, because I really don't, this has got a lot tighter squeeze. This basket's tall, and I don't want to spill. I hate having to spill inside the machine, because these machines on the inside, they're not all that easy to clean up. You almost need to get a vacuum to suck it up. And I am using bread flour, or you can use all-purpose flour. Okay. After the flour comes the sugar. I think this is sugar. No, that's salt. Here's my sugar. Now I only use the vanilla sugar, and only in the cinnamon one, because I want to be able to show you that they're, well, I won't show you. I'll show you, but you're not going to be able to taste it, but I'll be able to taste it when we do the taste test, where the difference comes into play, because it makes a big difference. Okay. And then after the sugar, 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt. This is my salt. Oops, that's not coming out. Where's my little, oh, here it is. This is my little leveler. This is to level the ingredients in your measurings. Okay, there's the salt. Oh, I'm burning up. Already burning up. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Here's my cinnamon. Next comes your yeast, which is 1 3/4 teaspoon. Oh, let me make my well. Okay. So now that is totally done. We're going to plug these both in. Let me unplug my camera charger. And I'm going to plug the other one in. Alrighty, and they're going to be set. They're both exactly the same. So place everything in the machine, place all the ingredients, press sweet, then you go to light, light. And then rapid cycle desired. Press rapid or press, if rapid cycle is not desired. I'm going to do rapid. Rapid, where's rapid? Right. Okay, this doesn't have, oh, there it is. I'm just going to do sweet. I'm not going to do rapid. So that way they come out at the same time. Okay, so you could either hit sweet or you could hit rapid. Okay. And then it will select the loaf size. We're going to do large. 3P. Light, medium, dark. We're going to do light. And then start. Okay, so that's going. Apparently, I don't know where it came from. It says select the left size, but it doesn't say that. Now let's go to this machine. Okay, this one we're going to do attach everything. We're going to go to sweet. Oh, I need my reader. I can't read it. Okay, we're going to go to sweet. Sweet. Select. We're going to go to light. Oh. This one says light. Select. And then we did rapid. Select. Okay, let's stop that because I'm just curious why. Okay, well, stop that. Okay, now let's go to sweet. Sweet. Select. Light. Light. Select. Rapid. Select. Oh, it doesn't give you a large or small, so we're going to do small. We're good to go with that. Small. Start. This is going to be ready in two minutes and 2 hours and 50 minutes. This is going to be ready in 2 hours and 40 minutes. So now it's doing its stuff. And I'll show you. See that? It's doing its mixins. This is what's nice about going in the bread machine. You can just put all the stuff in there and walk away. And there's the other one. Okay. Now we'll bring you back when we come. When they're totally done, let them cool off. And we'll do the taste test. Okay. We'll bring you back when we get to that phase. Okay, I forgot to tell you, on the cinnamon raisin, about 15 minutes after you turn it on, that's when you add the raisins. And so here's my 3/4 cup of raisins. Shut it off, close it, and let it do its stuff. And that's it for this until they're both totally done. So we'll bring you back when we get to that phase. Well, hello, hello. Okay, we are back. The banana raisin turned out wonderfully. And hubby says it tastes really good and he definitely wants more of this. So we'll wait till next month because this is our cheat week and he'll get some raisin bread next month. Now the banana bread didn't turn out too good. Number one, the center of it did not cook. But then my Oster Bread Machine, I know, is over 10 years old. And I use it quite a lot. So I think it's just, everything did perfect. It just didn't bake in the center. And it also didn't mix very well. Because whenever you see flour like this on the outside, that's where it didn't mix. So that's garbage. There's a piece of garbage there. And I know because of the banana, it's going to be extra moist, which we know that. And when you make your a bread with banana, it needs to stay in the fridge because of the moisture of the banana, and you really need to eat it within 3 days. But the good thing about it is you can freeze it. So if you pre-slice it, like what I did here, pre-sliced everything, and I'm going to wrap it in plastic wrap, like 2 pieces. That way, hubby can put. We have a two toaster. He can put, and he helped cut it up into the width that would fit in the toaster. So I'm going to wrap these 2 at a time, and then I'm going to put the whole thing in a freezer bag, and then I'm going to put them in the freezer. And then he can have these for when he wants it. All he has to basically do is take it out the night before, put it in the fridge, let it thaw, and then in the morning stick it in the freezer. Stick it in the toaster, toast it, and he's ready to roll. He said he might even just eat it just plain, just right at once it's become room temperature, and not even worry about heating it. So it's his to do what he wants with. Now the banana one, I like the crust. There's nothing much to it, and there's not a lot of banana. It just tastes like bread with a hint of banana. So, but you know what? I already made it, so I'm going to go ahead and keep what's good and what's not good. And I'm going to show you. This is the top. Bear with me. I'm really tired from all these videos. I did 4 videos today. See that? See how it caved in? Okay, now it is cooked. Okay, but it's really dense. So, me personally, I'm just going to throw this part away. I'm not going to even eat it. And then here's another part. Here's some of that other flour. See that? It's really cooked, and there's nothing wrong with that piece whatsoever. But look at this piece. This is part of the top of the bread that didn't cook all the way through. So this part I will throw away. Put that back in that container. Those are going to get thrown away. But I will save this part. And this is big. That's why you see a lot of, I'll bring it down. See, a lot of bits and pieces with a lot of little crumbs. Here's a little piece of the flour that didn't bake. So this is what I'm going to save, which is, for me, you know, I'm going to be honest with you, this is more than enough. This is actually going to be 2 weeks worth for me. And this is supposed to have been my, like a dessert snack to have ever so often. And I'm still just going to wrap it, wrap them individually. And then I'm going to put it in a freezer bag, stick it in the freezer, and then label the bag. And then I already have this, so we're done and we're set. Now this one I wanted to show you is the entire piece. This is the part where it had the, oh actually no, take it back. This is the top part. And I wanted to show you, see that? And I did a bunch of research. This is my 3rd bread fail with my Oster. So it definitely is time to throw it or dispose of it, because it really doesn't work very well. Now, it's still good if you want to do everything but bake, which is a good time saver for that, where you can let the machine do everything but bake, take it out, and you're perfectly fine to put this whole thing into the oven and let it bake from there. So you can set that so it's not totally no good, because it does all the spinning, does everything else. Now, in order to keep that white stuff from coming on the edges, what you're supposed to do is go in there with a spatula and then stir it out. Because what it's doing, it's kneading. It's on the little 4 corners of the bread machine. These little corners right here. Flour sticks inside there. Let me show you. Flour sticks inside there, okay? And that's what that is. That's why you could see that the flour is just on the outside corner area, and it was only that one corner. But the other 2 corners, so it just didn't mix enough. It didn't get it to mix enough well. So, but then, you know, that may be going out too for all we know. So I'm still going to continue to keep this, and it's always good to have as a backup, because with my medical issues, if it saves some time of me not having to stand and do a lot of kneading and mixing and all that to make certain breads, I'm good to go with that, because I can let the machine do all that. I'll just set my timer so when it gets ready to do the baking, turn it off so it doesn't bake in there. Take the whole thing out of the bread machine, put it on the cookie sheet and stick it in the oven and let it bake in the oven all as one solid piece. And then I don't have these issues like I had here. So anyway, that's why I wanted to save it, but hubby already looked on the Amazon and found 2 Oyster, because I really want to stick with Oyster. I really like Oster. Both of these machines are awesome. I don't know if you said Oyster or Oster, because it's Oster. I think it's Oster, but I don't know. But anyway, both of these machines are Oster. The other one worked just perfect, the one that did the raisin bread. Perfect. Nothing happened to it. It was totally fine. It was totally good. So that one's good. And I've got a little sticky note on this one and letting me know that it doesn't bake well. It doesn't bake all the way through, because it actually did bake everything except for the middle about to right there. But everything else on the side's totally baked. So I'm thinking it's the baking elements probably just going out on it. And that's why we'll just keep it and save it, because I like to make 2 types of bread at the same time, or 2 loaves. And I use both of these machines to make pizza dough. So I really need two machines. I don't really need them. I want them because it's just so more convenient for me, because I'm still working full time. It's a lot easier for me to have 2 machines. And we're fortunate enough that we have storage area in our special second room. It's not a special room. It's just an extra small bedroom. And we have some shelves in there, so they have their dedicated space. And then what I can do is I'll move that to another area, and I'm still going to leave that little. I put a piece of tape on there, letting them know that it doesn't bake well. Okay, and so that way I'll know in the future I can still use it, but there's limitations to it until it just finally goes kapooey. Then it's totally gone. Then I'll trash it at that time. So anyway, that's my video on these 2 cinnamon raisin bread, banana bread, cinnamon raisin, 2 thumbs up. Hubby really he really enjoyed it. And with the raisins mixed all the way inside on all the layers, the whole thing. See that? So all the raisins went all the way through. He likes these little bite-sized pieces for himself. So he's all set and he's good to go. The banana, definitely 2 thumbs down. Well, actually, I should say 1 thumb down, not 2, because the outside, I would say 80% of the bread cooked very well. The other 20%, which is the top center, did not. But that's just, that's part of when you have your machines. They're a machine, and you never know when they're going to start to go out. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.